Hi, everybody. This is Tiffany. I hope everyone's having a great day. I came on to give prophetic word. So, guys, I have three separate instances here, like three scenarios here. It could be for one person, all three, or it could be for individuals. Like one scenario here for one individual, another scenario, and another scenario for somebody else. So, the first thing that happened was it was like a few weeks ago. I had this dream, and it was a heavy set white lady. So she was in my room and she was spraying my bed with this perfume. And it's like I caught her spraying the bed, and then I took the bottle of, like, I was able to get it from her. I took it from her and I threw it at the wall, picked it up again and threw it at the wall again, but it didn't break. And that was the end of the dream. So it wasn't somebody that I know in my waking life or anything like that. The heavyset white lady could be another race, but she was white in my dream. So this, and the thing is, she was older. She had a black jacket on, and then she had a long skirt. It could be someone's mother, because this was an older lady. It could be an older sibling, a mother, or it could be an older lady that a male is sleeping with. So let me see here. So what came to me was marriage bed undefiled. So that's a scripture right there. So I'm going to read what stood out regarding that. Marriage bed is to be kept pure and undefiled. In other words, the sexual intimacy shared between a husband and wife is to be reserved for the couple alone. God created the sexual union to be between a husband and a wife. No other use of sexuality is ever condoned in scripture. To abuse or misuse God's gift of sex is to defile the marriage bed. So what came to me yesterday regarding this older woman spraying the bed. So if it is someone's mother, right? Because this is what I was getting. I was getting that it was somebody that the person knows, right? The person is close to. And what came to me yesterday, not when I had the dream originally, was someone's mother. So someone's mother is trying to either prevent their son from getting married because marriage bed undefiled by defiling his bed. So the son, if this is you, this for the male, you're either struggling with sexual sin. You would know this. You have an overbearing mother. You're struggling with sexual sin, meaning that you're doing a lot of masturbation, watching porn, just you have sexual addictions, prostitutes, just fornicating all over the place. So you're struggling with sexual sin because of what your mother is doing, what she's doing, or your mother, or you could actually be sleeping with this older lady and she's trying to keep you in this delusion of just sleeping with her and not seeking out your wife because you're intimate with her. Or if you're married, she's trying to break up the marriage between you and your wife by taking away your ability to be intimate. So defiling your marriage bed, like have you have eyes for other women, not being intimate with your wife, because you know you're not supposed to deprive your wife or your husband of sex. You'll be starting to deprive your wife if this is for a man, or vice versa for a woman. Or you'll be struggling with sexual sin where you can't even get married because you're so focused on this sin here. So when people conjure up these potions, baths, oils, and things of that nature, what is attached to it is a demonic entity. So if the mother or older female in your life that you're sleeping with, or just someone that you know, because it could go male or female, spraying it on your bed, they've attached a demonic entity to your bed. So this is probably the reason why you're struggling with sexual sin, because you're masturbating a lot because of this entity they've attached to your bed. So it's hard for you to find a wife because you're stuck with this spirit here. So because I took the perfume from her and I threw it at the wall twice, 2 times is significant. So you're going to have to go on a fast to break whatever covenant that you made. They did this to you. So you're going to have to break it in order to then get a wife, because your bed is defiled because of the sexual sin. So if this message is for you, you're struggling with a lot of sexual sin right now. You have a stronghold of this sin, and you know it. You've been battling it, but it's not breaking because of this mother figure here. She's trying to destroy your love. She doesn't want you to get married. She wants you to be stuck. She would rather you be with a whole bunch of, you could say, harlots than find a wife. Or just have you sinning against your own body with a lot of masturbation and porn and things of that nature than to find a wife. She wants to keep you stuck. Or this older lady that you're sleeping with her because of this perfume that she's spraying around your bed, spraying around on herself to keep you lured into her, but you're not attracted to her. It's like you're under a spell. I'm like, what I'm feeling is disgusting. It's like what you're doing is disgusting. It's like you need to break that, because this is like a demonic entity pushing you to do it, but you think it's you. But no, you're tied to a demonic entity because of your mother, or your mother, this older woman here, she's tied you to a demonic entity, and is draining you to just have sex with anybody, have sex with yourself. And it's like, it's disgusting. What stood out from number 2 is covenant, unity, marriage, discord, and war. So it's like, if you're married, your mother wants you to go to war with your spouse. Oh, separation as well. Separation, division, discord, and war. She's trying to create chaos in your marriage. And then also, marriage is significant. She doesn't want you to get married. But you definitely have to go into prayer and fasting regarding this sexual sin and this stronghold that you are joined to, because that's preventing your marriage from coming into fruition because of the acts that you're doing right now. Yeah, also that she might have taken your sex drive away from you as well. So that might be a thing. So it was like a few weeks ago, I was looking into the mirror and I was about to wash my face and brush my teeth, and the song that came to me was "I Put a Spell on You," that song. So I looked it up, and I looked it up, but it was in the man's voice. This is the original person that did it. So I looked up the video, and he's in this whole voodoo get up here. He has the skull in his hand. He's dressed up in the whole voodoo get up. He got the bones coming out of his nose. He's snarling like an animal at the end of this video, because it's not too many words that he's saying, but this is intense here. So there's someone that put a spell on somebody. So when I did a little bit of research regarding this song, he was saying an ex, or this lady that was doing an overview on the song, is regarding an ex that didn't behave or whatever. Like, she was out there with other people and he wanted her to submit. Right. And submission is a thing, because when I was looking up the song, the 50 Shades of Grey movie, that's a part of the movie. So that was highlighted, the 50 Shades of Grey. So I'm going to get to that in a second, because that's significant to how they view you and why they put this spell on you. Like, he starts off like real, calm, and, is like drawn out with the words, because you're mine. So he already thinks that you're his. So it's an ex that you were together with that you're no longer with. He's claiming you and you're no longer with him, or this is someone new that is claiming you and you don't even know this person, or you've never been there, like you never went there with them, but he's already claiming you as his. Stop the things you do. So it's something that you do, what is like making him feel kind of like he needs to put this spell on you, because he's not going to be able to get you in any other way. And the other thing is, stop the things you do, is because she was running around on him, and stop that, like to stop the things you do. So the spell is to stop her from doing X, Y, and Z for the people that was in a relationship with this ex. But then the new person here that putting a spell on, that sent the spell out to you, stop the things you do, like playing hard to get. So in their head, you're playing hard to get with them. So that's the thing as well. No, I can't stand it. No running around. I can't stand it. Like, he thinks that you're playing games with him. And this is why he resorted to this spell here. no putting me down. That I think that this is some type of delusion around this person, that this person thinks that you're playing hard to get or something. Oh yeah, he's like, I love you, I love you, I love you anyhow. And then he says, I don't care if you don't want me, but I want you. So it's like, if you don't even want him, he doesn't care. He wants you anyway. And it's like he's taking you by force. I'm yours right now. That's how he says it. I'm yours. So it's like, if you don't want him, he wants you, and you're his right now. So he's already like saying, like, you're his. This is why he did it, and that's that. So I want everyone to understand, people that dibble and dabble with this stuff. You then, some people are ignorantly doing spell work and don't know that they're conjuring up evil to send at an individual to get that person to come their way. But then others know that. Some warlocks know what's going down. But then there's some people that just wants to call someone in that they like, but they don't know that with doing that, you're employing a demonic entity to go harass that person, to like bring that person in. So bring that person in, meaning come towards you, but then also to feed that demon, that person, is either through sex, masturbation, and stuff like that. So what people have to understand is like, oh yeah, if you can be covered, but then if this person is speaking spells and then you're receiving these spells, but then you don't know it's spells, that's opening you up, if that makes sense. So then that's when the demonic entity will try to attach to you, because that spell is now is opening you up to receive this demonic entity. So when you receive a demonic entity, the lustful thoughts will come, the urge will come, that sexual pull will come, and then you're probably going to fall to masturbation while thinking about the person that sent the spell. So then you're connected to the person that sent the spell without physically connected to them, and then that demonic entity is connected to both of you. So then you guys you guys will be tied spiritually now before you guys even get together physically. And then that demonic entity will be feeding off of you and feeding off of them. This is how spell work works. That demon is going to be getting something out of this deal here. So the Lord is not going to bless that union when you then enlisted a demon, you know what I'm saying, to then come to bring this person to you. Another thing with spell work, this is the lazy thing that I don't get with people. You're sending spells out to a person, but then you're not making yourself visible to the person. You're not saying you like the person. You're not gesturing to the person. You're just sending spell work out there and try to have that person come to you, and you're just sitting here on your high horse, not doing anything. So if a person has their wits about them, they're going to break that. You know what I mean? Okay. They're not going to come towards you. They're going to break it. So what people have to understand about spell work, you're opening that person up to sin. So you're opening that person up to sin. You're sinning already, which you need to repent for. Then you're opening up that person to sin. So that's not a good thing when you're setting spell work at somebody. Okay. If you like that person, like, why would that person come to you? You know what I mean? Why would they come to you if you're not making yourself known? If that makes sense. So that's why they enlist demonic spirits. So that demonic spirit is harassing that person over and over and over and over and over again. Does that seem like that's right? No. So why would you do it? You're taking that person's free will away from them. You know, and then you're lazy. You're not even saying that you even like this person. You just want that person to come to you. So anyway, so 50 Shades of Grey, they were into submission stood out regarding this contract. So there is a contract being done with the demonic entities, and that was confirmation. How they depicted 50 Shades of Grey, this is the reason for the spell work, because this person wants you to be that. So this person, male or female, wants to get you in bondage, as into submission, and they want to play out this 50 Shades of Grey fantasy. So this is a fantasy for them, and they want you for this. This is why this whole voodoo priest here that's in that video with his bones in his skull, like, he's serious about this. This is for the people that really know what they're doing, what they're working with. But then there's other people ignorantly sending spells at people at their crush and want to call their crush in. This person really wants you in, and it's like just lust. is not love. This person sees you in that 50 shades of gray box. That's how they want you. So once you come to this person, that's what they want to reenact. So that's another thing that's going on right now regarding the spell work. They want you as that 50 shades of gray character. So yes, we got some things going on here right now in this time. So what came to me yesterday was this song is from Gloria Estefan. My mom used to listen to this song. So what stood out here with this countdown here? So there's a genuine person coming in, and this person loves you. So so this what stood out with this song right here. There's a genuine person coming in, and it's like counting down at this point. But what stood out here was 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're in the 11th month. So that stood out right there. So we have what, 6 more days until November is over. But either the person is coming in this month or 11 is significant somehow. You might be seeing the number 11 a lot. This person could come in at 11 hour. They could message you at 11 a.m., 11 p.m., something like that. 11 is significant here regarding this person communicating with you. This person is shy. He or she is very shy. Come out of your shell. But she said, come out of your shell, boy. So it's really significant for a boy here. But this person is a shy guy or a shy girl, very shy person here. So they have to come out of, they're coming out of their shell. So much passion burns inside. So it's like, she's talking to the guy. So the guy is very shy. So much passion burning in her, or it could be vice versa. So much passion burning for him, but she's very shy. It says right here, come on, baby, say you love me. 5, they want like a whole bunch of kisses. That's what I'm envisioning, kisses and love. Like they want that, like to hear you say I love you like 100 times, and they want like 1,000 kisses from you. Like this is what they want. They crave that. And then 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm just gonna keep on counting until you're mine. So this person is not budging. So they're not gonna go to somebody else. This is what it is. So they want you, and that's that. But they're very shy. No matter what it takes, I'm going to steal your heart away. So this is for the person that's not shy. So the person that's not shy is saying they're going to steal your heart away. Because it depends on where it applies. Because there's somebody that's very shy, like crippling shy. So if this person is so crippling shy, they're nervous to even say anything. But it's like, how would you even know that they even want to be with you, or you know what I'm saying? If they don't say nothing. So they're breaking out of their shell, obviously, because this is the Lord gave me this song yesterday. So there's somebody coming towards you. Could be 11th hour. I'm getting that for some reason. 11 days. This is the 11th month. Something with 11 though. You could be seeing 11. Something is going on with 11, because there's nothing really stood out. Let me see what here. I got 11, but nothing really stood out with 11. Transition is the only thing that stood out with 11 for me. So maybe on another hand, you could be the shy person. So I'm picking up on both ways. I don't know which way it's going. It's either you're really shy and that person's like, come on, baby, say you love me. Or you're saying to that person, come on, I'm gonna wait for you till the end of time. Somebody is really shy. So this is like a pure love coming in. The time is now counting down for that person to show themselves here. So that's pretty much it for the message. All 3 could apply to you. You could have somebody messing with your love life, because with the woman, is pointing towards a son most likely. But remember, I was having the dream. So it could be a female that a older woman is messing with your love life, trying to prevent you from getting married, to defiling your marriage bed, to keep that union apart, to keep you connected to sexual sin. So you could be like out there with it and not focus on being married because you're so into X, Y, and Z, or you're fighting this because you're disgusted by yourself because of this, but it's all being brought about because of this older figure, this woman, or you're sleeping with this woman because she's defiling your bed, because you're in this type of illusion, because you're thinking that you're in love when you're not. But this needs to be broken. I threw the perfume at the wall twice. So praying and fasting is needed to break that stronghold of sexual sin off of your life. And then also, if you're married, they're trying to defile your marriage bed and break you and your partner up. So that's going 4 ways already. Then you have a pure love coming in, but this person is crippling shy. And then there's counting down, this person is coming in. And then you got a whole warlock, a voodoo priest here, set up with the get up and calling you in for this 50 Shades of Grey situation here. But this is going so many different ways. We're going to have to pray to the Lord for clarity and guidance, because this is going, one message is going 4 ways. And then we got this other mess going on here. So I hope this message helps somebody. I hope it wasn't too scattered all over the place, but you'll know if this is for you. But keep your eye out. There's a pure love coming in for certain individuals here, and the number 11 is significant. I love you guys. Stay prayed up, because we got people playing in the spirit. Okay. If you ever fell into temptation already, you can go into prayer and fasting, pray against it. It'll you could say reset your flesh, where your spirit will take over. So anytime you fall into sexual sin in that way, fasting is a spiritual thing, where if you take the right, correct scripture, you get on your knees and you pray to the Lord, and then you pray for him to break the bonds of wickedness and let the oppressed go free. And then you get the scriptures of sexual sin and how for him to wash you clean as well. You're going to break free from this type of stronghold here that's keeping you oppressed. You definitely can defeat this stuff. You just need to know that you can defeat this stuff. So I hope this message helps somebody. I love you guys. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll see you soon. But with the blessed.